All right, we're recording.
Welcome to the third episode of Paulie and me. I'm Loren Margulies. I'm me, and that is.
I'm Paulie Warschauer, and I am the Paulie in the title.
So, Paul and I were just going over, reminiscing, as it were, about some of the stuff we did when he came down to Dallas as far as our idea for the Paulie and me TV show. And we took to put our ideas down on something so we could read and visualize and sort of go over what we wanted to do. We took a big whiteboard and we wrote down all the ideas. Paul, do you remember what most of the ideas we wrote down were?
Yeah, we figured since we were buddies and we were going to go into a business, we had no preconceived notions, so we just threw ideas around, and they started with like a donut shop, and then we discussed having a florist. You know, we would own a florist shop and hire some people to work in the florist shop, a pizza parlor, pizza parlor, and then the pet groomer was kind of the last one. But in all of these, we realized these were strictly going to be businesses. We weren't passionate about any of them.
Yeah.
So we ended up on
brewery,
which we both loved.
That's what we were passionate about. So we would travel the country. What we would do is we would go to different little breweries around the country and just interview the owners and see how they did stuff. And then we would pick a location where we would actually either take over a brewery that was existing or create our own.
Right. Now, we did take a field trip. We went to Rockford, Illinois. We interviewed with the mayor of the city and a bunch of economic development people, and that would have combined the best of our skills. It was an old historic building that the city wanted us to develop, and the water seemed to be good. We didn't know. We hadn't done enough science. And then economic turmoil occurred in 2008 and 9. So the city basically said, we'd love to do it, but we can't. In the intervening years, however, I was told they did build a brewery based on our formula, which is kind of cool. So we brought a brewery to Rockford, Illinois, without even knowing it.
Yes.
So
since then, we have batted around some other ideas. We still would like to pursue doing something like that. Actually, very nice. Actually putting together and building something that, we can then leave to somebody else to run as their project. But we've also talked about doing another idea for another TV show.
This one we talked about a travelogue again. Rather than building and operating an organization, as we traveled the country, we would look at this particular industry and do a TV show, kind of a fun TV show about a topic that Loren came up with and I think is quite unique. Here it is. Are we ready? Sell it.
It is American Wieners. Show them. There you go.
And because the idea was so good, we registered it with the Writers Guild. American Wiener, a travelogue show where we go to various towns and regions and we explore the miracle of the American hot dog.
Because it's sort of the country's national food, and most people, really like it. And it's the kind of thing where if you go to different ballparks or different sporting places, they tend to have their own deal, and they're all very proud of their hot dog and their sort of secret sauce to it. So we would just do that. We would go out there and we would see who has the best product. We would try them, and then we would make on our we would make a vote on our own sort of calculus of what we thought was the best product out there.
Right. We figured that I'm a big enough character in real life to do it, but I need a foil. I need somebody to work off of who's a little more serious. So we will be looking for we believe the best combination would be kind of a British food editor, somebody a little more scientific, a little more scholarly. And, it wouldn't hurt that I flirt with her in a semi-appropriate way. Don't forget, it is called
nothing to do with you because she's all business.
Right. She doesn't pay
business.
She pays no attention. And this, of course, for her is a step down. She has to come to America and talk about wieners.
Yes. There you go. But it's a fun idea. We could do a number of episodes. We could do, again, ballparks, baseball ballparks. We could also do other sporting stadiums because food and the excellence of food has become very important to, like, Cowboy Stadium is one that's known for great food. And hockey arenas are also now known for their food. So, and it'd be fun because ideally we could get a local, not a local, we could get a sports person from that venue. So, like, for instance, if we went to American Airlines, maybe we could get Dirk Nowitzki from the Mavericks, and he could be one of the people that shows us around and introduces us to it, and we could all, try the hot dogs and, give our opinions. Or if we went to Wrigley Field, maybe we could get a baseball player from there to show us around. So we would have sort of a celebrity personality that could also be part of this.
Right. You go to Boston, we get Big Papi.
There you go.
Who absolutely loves hot dogs, I was told. I don't know.
There
there's a little celebrity thing. There's a little bit of pride of the neighborhood. Of course, when you go to Chicago, you'll find out that it is a crime against the municipality of Chicago to put ketchup on a hot dog. You may not do it. It's illegal, immoral, and you could be beaten up for it. So, and they'll tell you all of the absolute ingredients that must go on a Chicago dog. Some of it's the same in Seattle, although they're a little more esoteric. But that's the fun. We travel all over the country. Believe it or not, I think every town has a hot dog joint somewhere.
Yeah.
So, we'd go to the ballparks. We go to the Independence. Sometimes we'd go and look at a mustard factory. Obviously, we go see the giant of Heinz. So it'd be an American Wiener. It talks all about the American hot dogs. We think it could be 4 or 5 seasons.
And we could also do a season, an international season or two, where we go to Britain or we go to Germany. They're also big on hot dogs and sausages and links and all that there too.
Well, we think, obviously when I was in England, they called them bangers, which also was funny. But I don't know if that's the same thing as a hot dog. I think it's close. And then, of course, we go to the grandparent of them all is Germany, where they invented Bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
And, of course, the Frankfurter, which I think came from Germany. I'm not sure. So that's the show. And we think it'll sell pretty well. Now we're looking for a sponsor first.
Yeah. It should be a fun, lighthearted, good-natured show with a lot of laughs, and people will learn a little something about America's pastime food.
Right. We can't believe that when I went to reserve the name, nobody had reserved the domain name American Wiener. So now we own AmericanWiener.com. There's nothing on there yet, but there will be. And then we registered it with the writers group, and we're now writing a treatment for a sponsor. We decided we didn't want to use a hot dog company or a relish company. We wanted an ancillary, so maybe a beer company or somebody else that would be a sponsor.
Or since we're a travel show, somebody like Ford or Chevy or some insurance company. But there's the Wienermobile.
Right, which is, of course, we don't want to use. We can drive. That'll be one of the great episodes, we hope. Evidently, it's still around and it's still drivable. Yeah. So it'd be nice to make an appearance at Oscar Meyer you know, and see what they make their hot dogs out of.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So that's
our
it for
idea.
this episode. Just a quick discussion of American Wiener.
Paulie and me's attempt at a new travel or food show for the Americans.
Correct. We would like to see anybody who has connections, perhaps at the Food Network. Perhaps we could take the slot that was organized by Anthony Bourdain, may he rest in peace.
Oh,
CNN,
very nice.
the National Geographic Network, HGTV, or anything on Discovery.
Yeah.
So we'll look for a showrunner, a producer. If you got any ideas, let us know. But it'd be wonderful to see American Wiener on the network.
On the big screen.
The big
American
little screen.
Wiener. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Thank you. Well, so that's I guess all for today.
That's the show, and we look forward to seeing you again next time when we explore Paulie and me.
See you guys.
Goodbye.